Hey, Coach, coming off of an off week and getting a couple extra practices in, what's been the focus of getting ready for Colorado College?
Well, I think the break came at a good time for us. It was well needed for not only our uh, physical stature, but also our mental, state of mind. So, thought we battled hard against Nebraska, Omaha. We had a good week of practice last week leading up to Thanksgiving, and a couple of good days so far in preparation for Colorado College.
Specifically, what have you had your players working on to prepare for the weekend?
Again, specifically, nothing that we don't do on a day-to-day basis. We've got to be a little bit more focused and determined in how we do things. So specifically, in terms of any systems or anything like that, that's not really what our focus is right now. Our focus is executing focus on details, making sure that we do things with a purpose. Those are the things that we've been, at least from a coaching staff, been harping on here for the last few weeks.
For momentum purposes, how important is it to win the games this weekend going into the long Christmas break?
Well, again, I think when we prepare for a series on the weekend, we prepare to play our best hockey on Friday. We focus on one day at a time, and we're going to try to bring our best on Friday. Colorado College is a very good team. They've played teams tight. A couple of scores of if you want to look at them, they are what they are, but. They're well coached. I know Mike very well. He's a good coach. He's a positive guy. He's got them playing hard, and you have to show up and play your best, and that's our focus. We're not even going to talk about Saturday. We're not even going to talk about wins and losses. Our process has to be good, and that's something that we, as a program, focus on.
Did you see any specific things kind of start clicking, even though you mentioned playing well against Nebraska, even though the results weren't necessarily there, but a lot of things in the process and 5-on-5 play seem to really pick things up. What kind of progress, I guess, have you been seeing this team make, both in game and then on the ice, set practice the last couple of weeks?
Well, I think we can get better in a lot of things. We've played stretches in games where our puck management has been good. We've made determined plays both with and without the puck, but I don't think that we've been consistent enough with it. And those are the things that we continue, as I said earlier, focus on in practice and remind the guys of what they need to do on a day-to-day basis. So, our goal is to play our best hockey come the weekend, and that's not going to change in terms of what we do from day to day.
Do you see that consistency gap kind of getting a little bit smaller day by day in terms of when things are going well for the team and the stretches that are?
Well, yeah, I think I don't think we're like any other team when you're playing well and you feel good about what you're doing. You have the jump and the legs are feeling good and the confidence is there. So it's all about making sure that you're ready to go and you're ready to play at a high level. And then if things go your well, everybody gains confidence. So there's no real secret to it. You've got to prepare well. You've got to work hard. You've got to stay focused, and you've got to perform. And there's a process to performance. There's a process to confidence, and you have to go through it. You just can't jump from one practice to being a team that plays consistent all of a sudden. It's going to have to it's going to have to be a process.
Now, we talk a little bit about the break, but how beneficial have these added practices been? You mentioned it coming at a good time to physically rest some people up, but you've been able. Obviously, there's some more opportunities to really grow on the ice at practice over these last couple weeks.
Well, every day is an opportunity to grow, regardless if we have a week off or not. And I've said that before, as you know. But some teams have had breaks, earlier in the season, and they've had a chance to practice and get some things that maybe you wouldn't accomplish in practice done during those breaks. It just so happened for us we hadn't had a break. We've been going pretty hard up until last week. So it was a good mental break and a good opportunity for us to hit home with some physical work that sometimes you really can't do because you have games and you don't want to burn the guys out before the weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.